Welcome to the SAM layout tip video. Working on a house right here. It's a house, existing house, and we're going to add something to it. We're going to add some square footage to it, and so I set up my I use the SAM, of course. I've talked about the SAM, and with the SAM, everything is sort of already in the layout. All my plans all my sheets or views sent to layout are already there. I just have to open up my elevations and close them, and they're all updated. But on this particular project, it's a one-story, and he talked about turning it into a two-story. So I had to add some extra sheets in there for, like the second floor plan and the upper framing plan. So I had to have more sheets than if it was a one-story. And before I got into the design, he said, "No, I think we're going to really stick with the one-story. We don't need the two-story," and blah blah blah. So I have to change. Oh boy, hold on. I'll get back to this in a second. That's a little bit disturbing right there. I'll tell you what I did on that. Anyway, and so what I've always done is, here on sheet 0, I have my sheet index. It's right over here, and so I just go in there and change these numbers, whatever's on sheet number 6. And so you can see, since I'm going to go back to a one-story, I don't need cabinets at the second floor. I don't need upper framing. I just need lower framing in the foundation. And I don't need electrical at first and second. I just need electrical at the first. You get what I'm saying? So I got to get rid of some pages. And in the past, what I've always done is, this is my site plan, my elevations, my demo plan. This is my first floor, and then this is my second floor. I don't need the second floor anymore. So this is all I need to do now. I just figured this out. What I used to do is I just shove this off to the side and then put it on another sheet. Well, to make things easier so it always comes back into the same location, all I need to do is move this up to 25 inches. I'm just trying this for the first time. And then change it to sheet number 5. And now get rid of the sheet. Layout, delete page. Perfect. Now I got this. This is my first floor cabinet plan. This is my second floor cabinet plan. I don't need this anymore, so I just take all this, shove it up 25 inches. And if I ever have to reverse this, I know it's just 25 inches back down. And was that? Yeah, I guess. And put that on sheet number 6. Oops, 6. And now delete this page. Layout, delete page. And of course, if you're going from one-story to two-story, you just reverse the process. And here are my sections. That's my upper framing. I'm not going to have an upper framing anymore, so I just take all that stuff, move it up 25 inches, 25. And now this is going to go on sheet 11. Oh, wait a second. Now, this is the third floor, okay? And I don't have that really quite worked out right, but that's the third floor. And so I want to get rid of this page, so I have to get everything on this page and move it up to hang on a second. Take all this stuff, and put it on sheet number 11. Now get rid of this sheet. Delete page. Now on sheet 11, I got my framing over the third floor, framing over second floor, framing over first floor. So they're already in the layout. And whether I need them or not, I don't know. It depends upon the project, of course. Foundation plan's okay. I don't know what that is. Oh, what is that? Uh-oh. Oh, that's details. That's my detail. I'm going to add some extra details. That's why I have that extra blank sheet there. Here, and this is this. And now that's my first floor electrical. That's my first floor electrical. Oh, wait a second. That's my first floor. Yeah, that's my third floor electrical plan. Now I'm going to go to my second floor electrical. And because I already have, oh, no, that's right. Okay, I'm just thinking this through. And this is the stuff that I'm always going to have on my second floor electrical, but I don't need a second floor electrical. So I go up here, move it up 25 inches. It's a constant number, so I know what, and now I have to put it on sheet number, sheet number 14. Now I can get rid of this sheet. Okay. Layout, tools, delete page. Yeah, there it is. And now I got 15, so I should go all the way up to 15. Now all I need to do is go to my sheet 0 where this stuff is. Tab, tab, U. I don't have cabinets this second. And this is just simply cabinets. Get rid of this. I have a framing plan. I don't need the upper framing, just the way I do things. I don't need that. And this is the electrical plan. Electric plan. Uh-oh. Boop, boop. Okay. So now it should be all the way through number 16. Oh, I think 16 is where my boilerplate notes are. Wrong. Wrong again, good buddy. Which one did I get rid of? Demo? Oh, propose first, propose second. That's why I didn't. 0. I didn't get rid of this tab. Wait. U. Delete, proposed plan, P-L-A-N. Demo plan, proposed plan, cabinet, sections, framing, foundation, yeah. And so sheet number 15 should be my boilerplate notes. And they are. There they are. And so now if I go to my sheet number 5, which is where my floor plans are, just to kind of recap real quick. Here it is. Here's my, there's my first floor. I'm always going to have a first floor. Here's my second floor. If I decide to make this a second floor in the end, all I do is just go to the next sheet, insert a page, come back here, and take all this, slide it down 25 inches, and put it on the next sheet. And then this is my third floor. You know, I rarely use 3 stories, but once in a while I have one. So that's kind of cool. And then of course, you know, if you want a quick little 8.5 by 11, that's where I put on sheet number 101. Sheet number 101, well, I don't know where it is now. Maybe because I deleted some sheets. There it is. That's whatever it is. This is just stuff. There. Yeah, there's a site plan. And of course, if I wanted a quick 8.5 by 11 site plan, all I need to do is change my anno set, which changes my layer set to 8 by 11. And there's my border right there. And file page setup. Yep, well, come on. And just change this to letter. So I think in about less than 5, yeah, there it is. Now I got my 8.5 by 11 sheet. You know, and this is on sheet number 198, or I'd put it on 100 or 101, because I've talked to you about this already right there. That's sheet 98. 98, 99, 100, 101. I'd start at 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, that kind of thing. I've already done that before. So anyway, I was coming into the office today, and I knew I had to go through this process, and I thought, well, suppose they go back to a 2-story, and then I got to shuffle this stuff around. Anyway. And so again, in the SAM, I've talked about this before. Hold on a sec. I'm going to reverse it back. Hold on. Oh, heck, I'll show it to you. I go back to 24 by 36. There's my 24 by 36 title border, not the 8.5 by 11. Print page setup. ArcD. And I'm back to square one. And the key here is when I do the SAM, and I can't believe it took me so long to figure this out. Whenever I do my site plan, and I have an idea of how big it is, I always, when I do my site plan, I keep the front wall line and the right wall line all intersect at this point here on every plan, or that's sort of the idea. Because you just got to remember that if you go to sheet number 2, and my front view layout's already there, this is where that front, it's always going to show up here. And if I have a 2-story, you know that there's space up here for a second story. This is where I might have to go back to a different method. I think I might do this right here, if that works. This is a big roof plan. This is a big house or bigger house. And so if this house, since this is always the front wall line, and most houses you do are already set on the front yard setback, if this house is really super deep, all I do is just stretch this out. And so I get the whole picture. If this house is wider than this, I mean, all the houses start rear at the right-hand side, as a general rule. If it's a super wide house, I just stretch that out. Now, if I go to this sheet here, rear elevation, what's stretching out? This is where this would stretch out. You understand what I'm saying? Because the left side's always going to be there. And on the left view, it would always be that side. So what I like to do is I like to 0 U3, and this is a bigger house, so it might take a little bit extra manipulation, but in most cases that's how my roof plan would lay out. I know I have extra notes here. I should just this is just slowly, constantly, always evolving. Hold on. So by and large, I guess on sheet number 3, I'm always going to have my roof plan in the upper left-hand corner, and on my sheet number 2, I'm going to have the roof plan in the upper right-hand corner. I don't know, but that's sort of the intent. If I go to my demo plan, this is the way it's always going to be set up, and my section arrows are already sort of in place, and so you can imagine if this house is, what size house? Well, I don't know. If it's 40 by 60, it's going to sit here. Whatever. You get the idea. So and this is a big house. This is probably the best one to work with. Most of them take up that much room. Most of my houses. This is a very wide house. Most of my houses take up that much room. And so then I got my door window schedule on the left. That's automatically created. These are boilerplate notes that are already there. Same with this floor plan's always here, and it's just the front right-hand corner is sort of stagnant, and then it grows in this direction, so it's going to take up more and more space. Again, this is an extra big house, so my door and window schedule might have to be shuffled around a little bit. Cabinet plan, same thing. All this stuff is sort of in the same location. And my section, these things are already in layout when I do the SAM, so I never send sections to layout, of course. I just open this up and close it up, and they're sort of there. These are sections. God, I do so many sections these days. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I did 13 sections on this one story. Because I'm only adding to the left-hand side of the house, sort of. But I have all those other sections, and they're just because it's more trouble not to put them in than to put them in, I guess. And at the very end, if I don't think I want them, I'll just move them off the page. See, that's on my roof framing plan. It's always there. Foundation plan. It grows. It grows in that direction. And now this is. I'm going to show you something on this sheet. On what happened on this, and it's this deal right here. And what that is if I open up Shift V BMPs. I think this is it right here. Yeah. All whatever. One scale. Okay. Oh, I hope I didn't print it too big. There it is. Yeah, I did print it too big. That's what this thing should have been. And I don't know why it. Well, I'll tell you what. This is really this boilerplate stormwater notes that we have to put on our plans these days. And now, what happened to that? Why isn't it there anymore? I mean, very rarely do I have to mess with that. It's just always there. It's right about there. And what happened to this? Well, this, just so you're aware of this, what happened on this? This is I'll show you this house right here. It's a one-story, right? I'll show it to you. H. And I'll show you. What I did is I inserted a new floor, and it goes back to: do you put your basement on level 0 or level 1? And this is a perfect example of why. In fact, if I was smart, I would have already had this set up where here's the deal. Here's the house right here. It's a one-story house, right? And so I built this first floor on level 1, right? And then my foundation's on level 0. Well, and I almost didn't draw this. This is some kind of an accessory building over here. And so I put the deck on level 1. And that meant my slab or foundation was on level 0. Well, this is a mono slab. And so with a mono slab, I have a mono, you know the scoop. These walls right here are on level 1. That's interesting. I ain't going to explain it. These walls are on level 0. But it's a mono slab. So where do I put my footings on I don't have another level. I can't put my footings in this on the same thing. This is a very unusual situation. But actually, if I think about it, from now on, or eventually, I'm always gonna put my foundation on level 1 because it doesn't matter to me. I use a SAM. It doesn't matter to me. I don't think it does. Does it? Very rarely, I think. I gotta think about that. Oh, that'll be something interesting. Anyway, so what I did is I inserted a new level underneath my foundation level. And if you've ever done that, all sorts of heck broke loose because this ended up being a 2-story house and blah, blah, blah. And I got a warning that said some of the CAD details were not going to be associated anymore with whatever it was supposed to be. And if that happens, then it's going to take on whatever's going to be in that box is going to be the plan itself and not the CAD detail. And that's where to go. Did I get rid of it already? And that's exactly what happened with that thing that was corroded over here. That's what happened. So just be aware that if you insert a foundation, some of the CAD details that have been sent to layout might not be associated correctly. And by heck and by golly, it was just this one right here, and it might have been something else I had done, but that's the way I did it, and I don't know why it was messed up. Anyway, I think that kind of solved that sort of solved my problem. And that is, if this guy wants to go back to a 2-story at the last second, all I need to do is I need to just put this on sheet number 6. And since something's already on sheet number 6, I just need to insert a page there, and then I come back here and move this second floor down 25 inches and put it on page 6, and it's done. You know, in fact, I would take all this stuff, all the boilerplate stuff, move it down 25 inches, put it on the next page, and I'm back to a 2-story layout. Anyway, that's the end.